Lieutenant.
Mr. Morgan, what are you doing on this call?
He barged into comms a few minutes ago. Turns out he has some important info he got off of that classified database of his.
It is important. According to that database, there's a small archaeological team working in the desert where you are right now.
Query. Significance?
All the attacks so far have been on outposts or major installations. This was a tiny team out in the field in the middle of nowhere, almost unknown to everyone.
So Eclipse might have missed them. They might be still alive.
Go check it out if you have time. But don't forget your mission.
No sign of survivors, and all the consoles and computers have been deliberately smashed.
How rude.
So Eclipse destroyed everything? All the work these people did.
I have a suspicion a particularly diligent tech drone could recover some data.
Ah, smug mode. Recommend finding console remains for me to interface with. Downloading data. Basis for Sidiri translation discovered. The team uncovered a stone tablet with both Sidiri text and simple pictographs of natural objects. Sun, moon, water, tree, and so on. Once linguists were able to make connections between specific concepts and words, they could begin extrapolating further.
Okay, but how did they extrapolate the name Sidiri? Seems a long way to go from sun and moon to that.
They have reports on how they reached that particular name. I would be happy to explain their thought process. I would need several hours, a slide projector, and a primer on semiotics, phonemes, and logographic writing systems.
Never mind then.
The team's translations provided new context for these rings. They may have actually been military installments instead of religious structures.
And why did they think that?
The repetition of the Sidiri word for kill on the surface of the rings may be a clue.
I think I liked these Sidiri guys better when we couldn't understand them.
This is where the team was able to translate their first full sentence in Sidiri.
What does it say?
Well, of course, the translation may not be accurate. The archaeologists note that some of the nuance is lost, and of course,
73. What does it say?
they believe it says, "Bad planet, stay away."
We've completed our sweep. No survivors.
At least we recovered all their work for posterity.
It's too bad Eclipse gets to profit off it too. I bet they're all camped around their big old obelisks, translating everything and passing it along to their bosses back home.
That would be difficult, as the translation data would not work for their use. The obelisks are not Sidiri.
Come again.
It was covered in the team's reports. These Sidiri structures are 4,000 years old, but the obelisks predate them by almost double that.
Same race, different time periods?
They considered that theory. but their languages, art, and architecture are completely unrelated to each other.
So, what are you saying? There were two different groups of aliens on this planet? That is exactly what you're saying, isn't it?
So the Sidiri came along later, but why? What the hell happened to them?
And if they didn't build the obelisks, who did?
Let's go. I think I've had enough of this place.
Attempting to access controls.
73?
That was mildly unpleasant. This force field was activated by Nebula security codes shortly after Eclipse attacks began.
Wait, so that would mean...
It is probable that the field was put up by Nebula survivors to protect against Eclipse attacks.
So they might be still alive and safe. Is there any way we can get through?
I am not equipped to bypass this level of security lockout. However, the Nebula drones are authorized to access this system. If I had some of their parts, I could create a spoof ID and gain access.
And how do we get these drone parts?
Blow up some drones and pick up their pieces.
Simple, yet effective. I like it.
Please try not to blow it into too many pieces. The parts are slightly singed, but adequate. I will need more, however.
There's another one, taking it down. Could you blow the next one up a bit less violently, please? Last one. Nebula hardware integration complete. Please proceed to the force field at your convenience.
ready to interface with Nebula controls.
Let's do this. Drop the force field.
If there's anything else you wish to explore or investigate in this area, I strongly recommend doing so now.
"73Q, can you stream visuals to base?"
Patching you in.
My God. I interviewed some of these people. That was Mr. Nbudu, security. He had a mother back home. He was earning money for her operation. That looks like Aisha Samir, one of the top geologists on Earth. Took the job to see a new planet. They died fighting. What? Each other? I don't understand.
Lieutenant, I found a significant message. A signal sent out a few hours before comms went dark.
Who were they trying to reach?
Eclipse.
Eclipse Outpost, please come in. We just read a massive energy spike from your location. Please copy. We're tracking a planet-wide electromagnetic field that wasn't there before. Origin point is the obelisk structures. Eclipse, come in. Is this related to your archaeological activity in the area? Please confirm. Damn it, I told them not to rush opening that chamber.
End of message.
So, an electromagnetic field went up just before Eclipse started attacking everyone.
Chances of coincidence are 0.003%. Lieutenant, I found one of Dr. Palachenko's personal logs.
Let's hear it.
Palanchenko, personal log. I can't believe this is happening. Today has been a nightmare. Eclipse personnel just suddenly attacked us. No warning. We barely chased them off and got the force fields up in time. I was just talking to some of the people at Eclipse the other day. They were fine. But all they could talk about was how the bosses back home wanted that damn chamber open right away. Apparently, the pencil pushers back home forgot that when you rush something like that, you get careless. At least we're safe in here for now. Whatever's going on out there, we can wait it out.
End of log.
Well, frankly, I feel even more confused now.
What was that chamber they mentioned?
I think there was some evidence suggesting there might be a sealed subterranean room at the base of the obelisks.
And what's the connection between all this and Eclipse turning on everyone?
I don't know, but this is sounding less and less like a mutiny by the second.
Lieutenant, another personal log by Dr. Palachenko.
Go ahead.
In my last log, I said that we were safe behind the shield. I was wrong. We figured out the field's effect with the help of med staff. Well, figured out is a strong word, but we know enough to know we're screwed. There were some big medical terms flying around their report. Amygdala, thalamus, hypothalamus. But I got the gist of it. The electromagnetic field from the obelisks is designed to pretty much rewire organic brains. It stimulates the part of the brain to do with aggression and violence, puts the urge to fight way off the charts. It also interferes with regular brain activity, kind of like you got no sleep. But the scariest thing? Over time, the brain waves shift into the field's patterns. Eclipse's outpost was right next to the obelisks, so they got the biggest, most intense blast of this. But this field extends everywhere. We're all being reprogrammed now. Apparently, distance helps, and it affects people at different rates, kind of like how some people manage for days without sleep while others fall to bits. But it's only a matter of time before we're all affected. Either Eclipse kills us, or we end up like them.
Abigail, did you get that?
I did, but I don't know if I can believe it.
Lieutenant, didn't you say that some of the Aurora personnel attacked you at that outpost?
Yes. You think they may have been affected as well?
Look, I knew these people, and as nuts as it sounds, this makes more sense than them being part of some violent mutiny.
Another personal log. Go ahead and play it, 73.
Well, we finally got some good news, of a sort. Something that might help protect against the field's effects. On further scans, we noticed some irregularities in the field in random spots all over the planet, almost like eddies in water. In these zones, the field strength is greatly lessened. I can only assume the effects of the field are too. The irregularities looked familiar, so we ran the map against our geological surveys and found a link. The field becomes weaker in places with large deposits of ferromagnetic metal. These metals may not be the same as, say, iron, but they act like magnets and generate a minor magnetic field. This disrupts the larger obelisk field and creates a small, safe spot on and around the deposit. Most of these metal deposits are in the middle of nowhere, except for one, near Nova Outpost, close enough that the outpost is in the safe zone. There might be actual allies there that we can band together with, assuming Eclipse hasn't killed them all. I think we have to go to Nova.
Lieutenant, if what they're saying is true, you need to get back here, right now. You're not safe out there.
I'm fine. I don't think it's affecting me yet.
All the same, finish up and get out of there. Sounds like their idea of holding up here at Nova's our best bet for staying safe.
It's over. It's all gone to hell now. It's just a matter of time. I brought all the staff together, explained the plan to leave this place and head towards Nova. I thought they all got it. Some of them did, but there were a lot of people who said no. They said it was too dangerous out there, that outside our shields we'd be picked off or just die in the wilderness. Then things got ugly. Everyone was shouting at each other, accusing each other. Some of it made sense, some of it didn't. I don't know. Some of them might have turned. Some of them might just have been scared and tired and on their last nerve. All I know is that someone pulled out a gun and by the time it was over, half of us were either dead or headed off into the desert to die, to escape, to shack up with Eclipse. Who knows? Between them taking the vehicles and all the damage done to our food supplies, there's no way we can make the trip to Nova now. No one's taking it well. It's just a matter of time before, well, you know.
Found a body. Abigail, is it?
Yeah, that's Palachenko.
Final personal log accessed.
To anyone out there who hasn't died or lost themselves, if you find this, if you find me, get off this planet. It's too late for us. I heard shooting, screaming. I should go and fight too, fight and kill. I'm losing it. Sometimes I think of my wife and my family and things clear up for a bit and I can think I can be myself. But then I start thinking about the children. I don't have any children. They're scratching at my brain, screaming in the dark. I can hear the whispers when I wake up now. All those beautiful memories of Marnie smiling. I try and grip onto them and keep grounded, but they're flying away. I can't get away from it. Not on Eden, only out there. I can't get out there. I won't lose who I am. I can't lose who I am. Marnie, if you hear this, I love you. I want to go as myself, thinking of you.
Let's get the hell out of here.